There we go. What up, though? So we're here, and we're going to conclude the straight talk about marriage and single. Why am I still single? And I was alluding to oftentimes, rather than never, some women, not all, look um, at a man, and sometimes they look to find their father. Sometimes the father's not there. And then oftentimes, when a woman does not have a relationship with her father, her experiences with men are trial and error. And we're going to talk about that today. Of course, I got one of my sisters that's going to be with us, and a few others, and they're going to keep it 100. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So you all do me a favor. You can like and share this. Um, we're going to give a couple of minutes for you all to get on. We on the several outlets. We on the Bishop Amir May page. If you're not my friend, you can't comment. Go to the likes page, and when you go to the likes page, you can see or make some kind of comments. And we're on YouTube, so we're looking forward to your conversation. We're gonna bring my first guest, Miss Talk a Lot.
I was trying to get to some light.
Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, we thank God.
Hi, Bishop.
Hey, so we appreciate you getting on. And so the question is, let me just from earlier, and I had to stop at the rest, and I'm not gonna be long because I just got in. The question was, I'm 30 and I'm 40 years old, 50 years old. Why am I still single? And that's what people asked me today. And the question they asked me said, Bishop, I am 50 years old, and the question I'm trying to ask is, why am I still single? I didn't know. So let me get Tia on here. She's on here. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. We got Scott on here. And then we got Strange. She also open. So Mr. Also, most of you all, I know listen here. Listen, I want to know why are there so many um, broken relationships, broken marriages, just broken, and why is there so many single women in our communities? Why do you all think that? And Carmen, sure you can start. You can chime in, and you all can piggyback off of that. What's going on? Y'all tell me what's going on here in this dating streets. I ain't been in those streets in a long time. So what's going on? Tell the people what's going on.
Well, Bishop, I can't really tell you why I'm still single. I am a good woman. I am a God-fearing woman, and I don't know why. You know what I've been told? I've been told that once you reach a certain level, educationally, and financially, your chances of getting married decreases.
Oh, so many because you all are taking care of y'all business. You all done bossed up. The men is the men is not manning up, and therefore they can't
When
handle
we
it.
get a certain age, they can't teach us anything.
Oh man. All right. What, Tia?
Ooh, okay, that was a lot, right?
Right.
Wow, that was right. Okay, so I'm in my early 30s, right?
Right.
And from my perspective, what I think that to me, what it seems like is it's just too many women and not enough men. That's just what it looks like. It all boils down to a numbers game to me. So it looks like for some reason the world seems more overpopulated with women than men. So although we have men, we have a lot of men that are already married. We have men that are black men that are in prison, men are gay. It's just so much. So it's just not enough men, I think. I don't know. But I don't know. That's why I'm on this show right now.
All right, Paulette. Scott, what you think?
Hello, everyone. I absolutely think that there's the ratio of men to women is definitely, there's more women that's out here than men, because to your point that you just made, there are a lot of men that are incarcerated and going to a different, whoever they want to be with. Now, the sister that first talked, I didn't hear your last line that you said. Can you repeat that? You said the very first lady that came on.
Carmen.
I don't know what I said.
You don't know what you said? You said a mouthful, but I can't remember that last line. It about took me out. So I just want
I said, oh, what did I say? I forgot. Hold on.
I think you said once you get to a certain age, they can't teach you nothing.
Yes.
that now was that your thought process, or somebody else said that?
No, that's what someone else said.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's what men say.
Was it a male or a female?
It was a man, as usual. No,
wow. See,
I'm just playing. We're not coming in hot.
He does not speak on behalf of all men.
Amen.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. What? So what did repeat that? What did he say again?
He don't speak on behalf of all men.
No, not him. The man that told you. He told you because the higher your education, the least likely you're going to be married.
Yeah, he said that decreases your chances with the higher your education or your economic status, and that most women who get to a certain age can't be taught anything. They're already set in their ways.
That's a lot to unpack. First, I think is ludicrous. I don't think it's accurate. First of all, if you're in a cesspool, don't expect to get pearls.
Yeah.
So it depends where you're fishing and where your pond is. Or he must lack education and lack financial status. He must lack a lot of things, because it depends on what pond you're fishing in. I just told someone tonight that everybody's not the same, and we try to make everybody the same across the board, but we're not the same. And you shouldn't have to minimize yourself or to be dismissive to who you really are as a woman. So to make another man feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. Black men have dropped the ball significantly. And if our women are getting educated and they're making money and they're standing on their business, we should not dismiss and say, well, the reason you're single is because you're doing X, Y, Z. And what started to trigger the conversation is I was thinking about my auntie who's 70, who's built like a 21-year-old. And I was thinking about my sister who is in a position and she's still single. And I was saying, do single women, oftentimes we speak for men, speak for women, women speak for men, we come out and also speak for yourself. But do we as women, do you look for your father in a man? And it's twofold, because if you look for your father, he was a good father in a man, and that man is not what's supposed to be, you find yourself protecting him. Then, if you look for your father, what a father was supposed to be, and that man cannot fulfill those characteristics that you thought your father should be, then you reject him as well. And sometimes we may not even realize we're looking for father in our man for that peace, comfort, for that protection, and we end up rejecting things that are really supposed to end up being a blessing to us, mm-hmm. and we end up single. So how can we start this ratio on? We as a race, we're gonna be dead. We're gonna be extinct in 50 to 100 years on this journey. If we don't change the narrative. So how can the narratives be changed, Shanella, Paulette? Yes, how can these narratives be changed? Y'all ain't never been this quiet. Chanel, explain your rationale. Explain what you were saying to us. Chanel, explain what you think in this season of life.
In regards to the father component,
The whole everything.
or about dating,
Yes.
I think the season that I'm in, or I think the way that the world is going now, more women are being considered, I'm doing air quotes, considered to be successful and things of that nature. So it often makes it hard for them to find men that is willing to deal with them. So my concept, I think I was speaking with earlier, that it's going to be a time where they're going to be open relationships. And in that concept of the open relationships, I mean, I think it could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on who the person is. But if it's going to be an open relationship, I believe the man, for one, should be open and honest, right? Not only is he open and honest, but he needs to be able to support the women financially, emotionally, spiritually, be a protector, be a provider, all of the things, right? But not only if you're going to have an open relationship, you need to be able to articulate that, not to have the side chicks and we sneaking and hiding, right? Um,
You got muted.
We can't hear you.
No, something happened.
When you start talking about that open relationship, guys,
hold on, let me see.
God said, not so.
You back? Where's she at? She go.
There she go.
No.
She back, but you just can't hear her.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh Lord. All right. Well, did you hear what she said? Now she is 30. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Chanel is 30 somewhere up there. And you're young too. You're 41. Right? Carmen, how old are you?
I'm 52,
All right.
Bishop.
Okay. So you got different angles and different ages here. All right. You back, Chanel? All right, go ahead.
what was just on the table? What was on the floor?
You? I
You.
don't.
Oh, you were talking about open
Doing
relationships.
this open relationship, you was going in.
Tag team. But yeah, let me say, I don't believe that I'm at a place that I'm gonna say, yes, I want to be in an open relationship. But I've been watching this guy, I can't think of his name. He's displaying that he is in an open relationship. And something that he stated was like he has 2 wives. He said he put his wives on a $150,000 salary. They have their own homes, they have their own businesses, they have days where they're together, all of the things. It's a business. I truly believe a relationship, a marriage is a business. And everything that we do in life has to be structured, has to be systematic, and there has to be rules and regulations. And if you go against the rules and regulations, there should be consequences, right? There should be rewards and all of the things in a relationship, in a marriage. So if that's where the world is going, open relationships, as long as it makes sense, it makes sense to some people, it might not make sense to all. But I mean, the way that the world is going now with all this cheating and pointless cheating, he can't provide for you, he's sleeping with his sister, cousin, brother, all of the things, you paying for him, you doing all of this, you're not getting nowhere. So you might as well just go with the flow. At least you'll be free, spiritually, you'll be covered emotionally, mentally, financially, you'll have your freedom to do what you want to do. I'm okay with it. Sometimes you might want to be alone some days. You might not want to, have to cook a meal every night or be, submissive every day of the week.
So wait a minute,
So
we're
if you
doing
get a free
polyamorous
pass,
relationships. Is that what we're saying?
that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Am I saying that I'm at that point? No, but I understand it. I understand the system of it. I understand the business of it. And it is understood going into it. Everybody can't do that. So at least you signing up for something. But in these relationships that's going on, you're not signing up to be in that type of relationship. And a lot of people are finding themselves in an entanglement, as Jada would say, these entanglements. But yeah, that's my thought process.
I think it's just because what the generation is embracing.
Mm.
Because years back, our parents and grandparents, they would never go for stuff like that. I believe that women are single and men are single because people just don't want to commit. They want to date several different people. Men want to have several different women. Some women would just like to go out on dates and go to eat. They don't want the commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And think it's really much with a woman's financial status. When I'll be 45 this year. I'm divorced 7 years now. I never had an issue, or 6 years, whatever. I never had an issue with anybody that I dated where they were like, oh, well, you too educated or you got too much money. That's never been an issue. It was always an issue of, okay, wanting to date, but then wanting to see other people. And I think that that's just what the generation is embracing. And that's how the open and the poly relationships comes into play, because people are with that. Instead of, cheating and getting caught, it's just like, okay, be open and honest. And okay, I want to date, different men, or I want to date different women.
But to go back to what you said, Sister Paulette, you said back in the day, I can
Wait a
remember my
church.
grandfather had different women. My
Mine
grandmother
too.
knew of them, and he made sure he did what he needed to do at home. But you think about it, grandma and granddaddy got kids across town and over here and over there. Shirley ain't gonna.
Now this generation, they're being more open in public. So if your grandmother and grandfather were together, your grandmother knew what was going on, but it might be the outside people that wasn't open or publicly. Everybody knew that your grandfather was with your grandmother, and he was committed or either married to her. But I'm saying, like, now it's like there is no commitment or marriage. I'm not going to marry you, or you not the main girl. I'm going to just have a bunch of women and I'm going to have a good time. Or for not even, it's not so much all men, it's women.
Mm-hmm.
It's women that just like to go out on dates. They don't want the commitment. They're not looking to be married. They want to have fun. They want to go on trips. They like the variety of, having different people to talk to. It doesn't necessarily mean that she has to be sleeping with all of them, but it's just like I said, it's just commitment. People don't want to be in that committed type of relationship.
8 or 9 times out of 10, if you're going on trips and stuff like that, you're putting out something.
Yeah.
But somebody TV or radio is up and it's giving a whole lot of feedback.
That's your TV. What?
I'm not even in the room.
Oh no, that's good now.
Man, that's a lot. You talking about what I said was a lot to unpack. What she just said. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. But Sister Paulette, what you just said too, grandma didn't sign up for that. What the new generation is saying, hey, this is what I want.
Right.
Or can you buy into it? But back then they didn't do that. And that's unfair. You forcing me to be a part of something that I don't want to be a part of, where there
Because
are women or
grandpa
men that
was
want to
paying
be
the
in that.
bills. He was paying the bills. He was paying
But
the bills.
listen, nowadays people don't have to, everybody don't need a man to pay bills.
So if
Right.
he pays the bills, that means he gets to do what he wants?
No.
What I'm saying is, this back in the day with grandma and grandpa didn't work. So grandpa was the
No,
breadwinner.
wait now. Wait. That's not true.
Mhm.
Grandma worked. She just worked inside the house, tending to the house and the children.
Right, but I
And
mean,
just
as
where it
far
was
as with bringing
alone.
in financial gain or finances, it was grandpa that brought the check home, right?
Mhm.
Grandma worked in the house as far as with the children, so she really didn't have a choice. If she knew that grandpa was out there cheating and sleeping with Shirley, Ann, and all these other women, that's her finances. So okay, he gonna do what he gonna do, but you know what? He gonna make sure the bills is paid. He gonna make sure that we're all taken care of. So grandma just settled and put up with a lot of that stuff.
Grandma didn't have an education. When that stuff was going on, remember, we wasn't allowed to have an education. So
Right.
it was like she just dealt the hand, played the hand that she was dealt.
Y'all not too much on grandma.
Right.
Okay?
So no, but this is what I'm saying. So back then, this is where it comes back to. I say they are embracing it more now, because now men know that women are out there getting their own money. They don't need you for nothing. So they're going to come to you and be in open relationships because they know you don't need them, but they want to
I
get you
do.
to sign
With
on.
all my education, with all my money, I
want-
still
yeah.
need a man.
Yeah.
I am not independent. I'm not this boss chick. I want to be interdependent with someone. I don't want to, I don't want to be in a position where I feel like because I'm making my own money or whatever, I'm out here by myself. That's not what I want.
No. I mean, I'm in the same position. Like I know that I need a man, but you got some women that are out there that are making their own money, and they feel that they don't need a man in the sense of I don't need to get married because I'm making my own money, I'm paying my bills. If I want a man, I can have a man when I want a man. I don't have to have a man all the time. If you get what I'm saying.
So,
So if
Sister
there's a
Paulette, to
need,
that
yeah.
is the women that's making the money. I think with making money and not making money, women are to the point now where, listen, I'm not willing to settle. I have standards now, and I can pick and choose what I want to put up with. Grandma really couldn't do that then, right? Because
I
again,
get
it was
that,
a
but
standard in the culture.
some of us women with our standards is gonna be the reason why we be 60 and 70 single, because some of our standards are just they don't make sense.
So you don't think that if we have standards that God will send someone that will measure to the bar that we have, that we have to lower
Absolutely not.
who we
We
are?
don't have to lower our standards, but I'm saying like some women have these standards like, okay, I want a guy that's making 6 figures, but she ain't making 6 figures.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Get what I'm saying? I want a man that can do this, that, and the third, but she can't do it. It's like I had a homeboy, right? And he had a female that wanted a pair of like designer shoes or something like that, right? I think they was like Balenciagas. So he said to her, he was like, okay, so what color do you have? So I won't buy the same color. And she said, well, I don't own a pair. And he said, so why do you expect me to buy something that you can't buy yourself? You get what I'm saying? So you have some women that have these unreasonable standards that, they want these men to meet, and they're not even meeting them on their own level. So
Well, I think that is
that's why I
only
say some women,
unreasonable. Those
huh?
That's
type of
unreasonable.
those type of standards are only unreasonable to people who can't measure up to them. That
Yeah.
right there, that type of thing, that you like, I don't want to date a person that I can't get anything from or learn something from, or I'll go out and say use, right? And not misuse. Don't misunderstand me. Like, I don't want to have a useless person around me. Like, just because I can do all of these things don't mean that I'm just about to. Like, and the things that I can't do, I need for my man to know how to do. No, I'm not gonna. I may not make as much money as he does, but that don't mean that that can't be the standard.
Yeah.
So it's just all about who you are and who you mesh with and what you get at the end of the day, I
Yeah.
guess. But I do agree with you 100%. Like, some of our standards are way too high, and we will end up 60 and single. I'm trying to do everything that I can to where that's not me, but it's some stuff that I'm just not voting on, whether I have it or not. We both not about to not have it. That's crazy.
Okay, so I can say for me, some of my standards, being divorced, I have children, been dated and stuff like that. My standard right now is a man that respects. If he has to have a job, he has to have finances. I don't have a cap like he has to be making 6 figures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My standards are totally different from before when I got married and now being divorced and dating after divorce. It's not that I lowered my standards, but I have to be more realistic for
They
what
change.
matters for me. Yeah, because my situation is different. I'm divorced now. Like I've been married, so I'm not looking to get in a relationship to be married because I've been there, done that. I have children, so it's not a press like my clock is ticking. You get what I'm saying? So now with my dating process, I'm looking more of for the latter half of my life. You get what I'm saying? I want a companionship. I want someone that's going to love me, that's respectful of me, respectful of my children. Of course, I want him to be financially stable. But, like as far as with, okay, take me on trips and all this stuff, it's really about companionship. Are we compatible? Is this a best friend? Someone that I can respect the rest of my life with. That's just where I am.
It sounds like, yeah, it sounds like you all have compromised without thinking you compromised.
Mhm.
Like you said, I did this, so therefore I need this, so therefore I don't have to do this. The question is, number one, what did you bring to the table? And what is your expectation of a relationship, a man or woman? And from that aspect, so what Sharmella is saying, it's just going to a whole new. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody has to mute themselves when they're not talking because it's a lot of feedback.
Right. So I think what Sharmella is saying is the fact that this generation doesn't want to, can't just generalize. Some, I'm going to say some, just like there were some grandfathers that were faithful, some grandmothers that were faithful. There's some people in this generation that are considering just being open because this generation doesn't want to commit to anything but to themselves because they've been neglected so much in the past through marriage, through church. You find it's hard for people to commit to anything in these days and times. So what Sarnella is really leading to is a more Eastern cultural style relationship. And she said it's from a business mind. And then I heard what Tia said, then I heard what Paulette said. Paulette is saying it's not about the money now, it's about more of the companionship and the respect and the honor. But the question is, should we put a list of requirements on ourselves based on what we didn't get out of the last relationship? Because if we put requirements on ourselves now based on what we didn't get out of the last relationship, we're still limiting the relationships that we get ready to walk into or that we reestablish. So some things have gotten real carnal as it relates to relationships. Now we have dating apps. I'm totally against dating apps. I think it's the devil's playground because you don't know what you get in the real thing. People date on apps. So I can be Superman on the date app. I can be whatever I want to be. All right. I just like the more organic style of dating a man approach a woman, but that didn't switch. Now women are approaching men. But I think you get the number, you talk to them, you get to know each other, et cetera, et cetera. You collect the data. But I think we rush it too much. I think we just feel that we gotta have a man, we gotta have a wife, we gotta have a woman. But you don't even know how to love yourself. You gotta learn how to love yourself first. You gotta learn how to date yourself. You gotta learn how to take care of yourself first. And a lot of times, what's shut from the business model, if we be truthful in the matter, a lot of women look at a relationship as a business model. That's why people love the dope boy. That's why they wanted the NBA player, the NFL player. It wasn't about how much he could respect and honor them. It was about how much money he was getting. Some of the ugliest dudes in the world could still have a pretty girl, the prettiest girls on the block, ugly as ever, what Biggie was selling, what Biggie would be talking about. But he was clever, right? Because of his money. So money has always been the vehicle that the women look forward to. So let's not say the man don't have to have money. You all know that he has to have money because love don't pay bills. All right. So we need to realize that and move forward. So, what is your expectations of a man, or a woman's, or your wife, or your spouse? What is your expectation? Some of the stuff is I'm learning. That's what I'm talking about. I'm learning from because I haven't dated since the age of 14. So a lot of things we press through.
Right. And
And
but I think those are my expectations now. And it's not based on what I've been through. It's just as I got older and I matured, those are things that are important to me. Compatibility, companionship. Mm, I don't know if I should say that one, but I think it's very important. The sexual compatibility. That's another point, because you got some people that are just not compatible sexually. So what do you do in cases like that?
I mean, so if we have a man that is that makes me laugh and that can satisfy me sexually, that's all I need.
No, I'm not saying that's all you need, but sometimes you got the man that's making the six figures. He's a provider, but he can't provide or perform in the bedroom, and then that causes a woman to either step out or desire another man, or vice versa. You might have a man that has this status and he's providing everything for the woman, but there's no sexual compatibility, and then that's
That's
why he
teachable.
chooses.
Making you a I can't teach you how to be a provider, but I can teach you what needs to be done in the bedroom because this is
That's
my
not
body. I can teach you
true.
what I need.
That's not true. And a lot of women say that. I can teach you. I can teach you. That's not true. Because there's other areas where there can be a lack that it's just not teachable. Or some are just not teachable. You know what I mean? And I
sorry,
have friends. So
Use
no. And I say this because I have friends that are unsaved or friends that have been in long-term relationships. And the biggest issue is because there's a sexual frustration, or there's no sexual compatibility, or if they date a person who's really nice, he checks off everything, but they're not compatible, and they're like, I know I'm going to cheat on him if I continue to be with him, so why string him along? Or I know I'm going to cheat on him.
chime in, sir. Start for the man's nation.
Ooh-wee.
I never heard of this stuff. I'm
just jumped in the deep
I'm not
end.
the expert in this matter. I'm not the expert in this
I'm
matter.
not the expert either. I can
I hit the lottery. And I rolled the dice, and I hit the lottery. I don't know what y'all going through. I don't know what y'all talking about. And so I'm not going to try to act like it, but you all that's in it. But I always thought whatever's lacking, first of all, in a relationship, communication has to be key. Communication has to be key. So you always can teach a person or individual how to love you, how to respect you, how to have the propensity to have good, make good love, and all that kind of stuff. I think
Sir, come up to
sometimes.
the mic some so we can hear you.
Would you stop bossing me? This is my show. You don't.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
All right. So listen. So I think. Can y'all hear me better? Okay. So I think if you learn to communicate, now I'm just going to say this. Now sometimes some of these women or men can't be pleasured because they preach, and they got lust spirits. No, they nasty. I'm just going to tell you right now. If you grown and you'd have been pleasured. If you pleasure, what else you want? You want to go? You still going like you're no.
Mhm.
That's young. That's no, some stuff. And this is a real freakish generation. So you gotta y'all real freaky. This stuff y'all do that don't make sense. So you gotta ask yourself if communication is the key. Sex should not be the motivation. Finance should not be the motivation, but you have to have finance.
Mhm.
All right. One could get sick and not be able to perform. Anything can happen. So that's where if that's your number one tool, you don't have money. You can have money and lose your money. All right. So you gotta have accountability, and you gotta know it's a God thing. It's important, and I know we're trying not to spiritualize, we're talking on the straight talk. It's important that you allow God put you together with somebody. Now I know you all gonna say, "Oh, Bishop, this," but it said, "What God has joined together, let no man put asunder." But y'all trying to do it. Y'all on Tinder. Y'all on all these. Y'all on all of this stuff trying to make it. Y'all trying to make it happen. Y'all trying to buy love and tell what kind of love you need. So you just moving God right out the way. The Bible says that God looked upon Adam and said it was not what? Good for man to be alone. He knew what type of woman he needed. God knows what type of man or woman we need. But we so big, I'm just collecting data. No. You should have balance and seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all these things should be added. But y'all church girls are just as freaky as and wild as the people that's not even in the church.
Well, you don't speak for me.
Bishop, can I say this?
Yeah.
You are on a little something there, because there. Listen, I'm not a PK, but I'm a GPK. I'm a grandpappy kid,
Right.
so grandparent kid. So I've been around church all my life, and man, some of the young ladies back in the day, and even in the church today, they was different. They had a appetite that was I'm like, oh we. Now I have to agree with Sister Sharnella and say this, that a man can be taught, but sometimes it's how you teach him.
Mm-hmm.
If you hollering at me, screaming at me, telling me and you're bossing me, I'm not trying to hear nothing you say, because at the end of the day, like let's keep it civil. But that can work both ways. All right. But what I was going to say though, with all of that too, man, listen, some of this stuff we need to be delivered from.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff that we've gone through. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I truly agree.
We've been connected to some stuff. we've been exposed to some stuff, you know, because you was out there, you was doing all kind of other crazy stuff, and now you done got saved, and you still want to hold on to some stuff that you need to be let go of. And you really don't need that. And then because then what happens is you have the conversations like what Sister Paulette was saying, which is, well, I know I'm gonna cheat on him, so I got to keep it moving. No, you need to put your body under subjection. You need to go through some
Discipline.
You need to have some discipline, right? You need to stop looking at them crazy movies to get them old things stirred up. Like you got to pump the brakes. Listen, I'm saying stuff that I know. I'm not talking just to be talking. I'm talking from experience.
Right.
You know, and sometimes we got to go through that.
Yeah, but I think what I was referencing to, you know, with experience that I've had or people that I know, it wasn't so much a person didn't know what they were doing. There were some things, like I could say, that's not teachable. It could be a size thing. It could be a hygiene thing for, you know, my guy friends that date women. You get what I'm saying? And they try to hint around. So it's not so much of, oh, they don't know how to do it, or because you've, you know, thinking of past experiences. It's other things that it's just a deal breaker or somebody can't work around. You get what I'm saying?
And that's kind of difficult when you are saved and you are saving yourself for marriage. You don't know that stuff until it's too late. You know, how do you know that the equipment work? You know,
But you know, what's the
Wait, what did you say?
sorry, brother.
What? Y'all,
Oh my God, Bishop, what have you gotten me into?
I don't know what I got myself into.
But you have to ask stuff, but then some people, because they embarrassed or they ashamed of maybe some medical issues that they are going through, they don't tell you the truth.
Well, here's the thing. Before you get married, specifically today, you need to take an age test. You need to have a credit check. You need to have a health check, because for various diseases that's in this country, in this nation, period. And if he is lack performance due to a medical reason, that's no difference between him having diabetes and high blood pressure and all this kind of stuff. You have to nurse him back to life. That does not give you a green light to go out and cheat or do something that's wrong that will violate your marriage or your covenant. And if a person goes out because they supportive pressure that's in the bedroom, that person don't need to be married. That person don't have parents.
I think it's different. I think it's one thing to marry someone and they have issue or develop issues after you're married, but to go into a marriage where someone have issues like that, I don't see myself being able to do that. I mean, you mean to tell me I waited this long to be able to be free and God smile upon us and then there is no smile?
Mm.
But what's the difference when the young girls are married off though and they don't know their husband? What's the difference
Let me
then?
ask you this, excuse me.
Excuse
First
me.
of all, making love is not having sex in the bedroom. Making love starts in the morning when you start communicating with the individual. When you all start stimulating her mind. When she start protecting him and you building her mind. If you already have her mind by the time she go to get her coffee, by the time she wake up, run her bath water, when she get off work, rub her feet and all that, you ain't gotta do that much anyway. And then the older you get,
You said she may not want it?
No, you already done got them aroused because the mind.
He aroused, but what about me?
He's gonna get you there if y'all are connected. It's not all physical.
Teenagers and young people just jump in bed and have sex.
Yeah, that's jackrabbit.
Yeah, that's jackrabbit. Older people, you got a whole teenagers, and you 30 and 40, you ain't behind the shed under your mama's basement, sneaking through the window or in the back of a car at the age of 40 and 50.
Come on, Bishop. Wait a minute now. No, hold on. That might not be the case now.
No. You ain't sneaking your mama car. First of all, if you 50 and get stick your mama car, you just don't know anyway. That's what's period. So I've been taught by my wise wife. No, just don't come in here trying to be doing what you're doing. Talk to me sometimes. Start in the morning to talk to me. Pick up a pair of socks. I don't care if you do pay the bills. Be active with me. Bring me some art. Help me cook.
Yeah.
All those men just want to hop in the seat, get laid, wash in the shower, lay in bed. No, it starts before then. And you gotta have to stimulate each other's mind. And then if that's a problem, that can be worked out. It's herbs, it's medicine, all that. You mean to tell me he could be the kindest? All that's gonna change anyway. If you're gonna go to walk to the graveyard, one day either your appetite is gonna change. Your appetite is gonna change.
It ain't changed right now.
Well, now you hungry and looking at the buffet. So, but it ain't changed now. But I'm just looking at you to start. So it eventually it will change. But I think it needs to be a balance. We put too much emphasis on money. We put too emphasis. Now, but the question is, Tia, Carmen, Sanella, Paula, what is let me ask y'all, I know the women that's in my life, my sisters, my daughters, any man can't talk to them. Can any man talk to you for? Can any type of man talk to you or holler at you?
No.
You give anybody a data season, just the data.
No.
What is the requirement?
So
My
for
presence would demand if somebody can just walk up and talk to me. Just my aura. Everybody is not even gonna try to shoot their shot.
I like that.
It's not giving that. I'm not giving that off.
And I was just gonna say the exact same thing.
Yeah. I get an attitude when someone come up that I'd be like, how dare you? What made you think that you can? No, sir.
They won't even come. Like I can't even tell you what the requirements are. But it's a certain energy at this point in life that I attract. And I tell people all the time, like I don't know no busters. Like it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like you meet good guys, but it's just on if it's gonna work or not, So I can't really tell you what the requirements are, but I did want to chime in on when you said expectations. So this is one of the things that I think I learned this from Joyce Myers as a kid, right? She said expectations leads to disappointment. So I've been holding on to that my whole life. Like, and if you think about it, it's true. Like every time you really expect something and it don't happen, you're left disappointed. So in order to save myself from that, like I just don't really expect all of these big magical things from people, period. I let people be exactly who they are. And, if I can accept them, I do. And if I can't, next season.
Yeah. And so to piggyback off of you, I look at non-negotiables. I do negotiables, things that are negotiable, right? And things that's non-negotiable. So a non-negotiable is you can't be an atheist, right?
Yeah.
Negotiable is if you're not a handyman, that's okay. Can be the handyman, or we can pay somebody financially to do that, right? Negotiable might be you might want me to be in the kitchen, but I can't be in the kitchen every day, right? So those are things that we can negotiate, but there's
You know,
certain things that I don't want to negotiate on,
you know,
right?
want to
So
get
with the
the kids, you gonna slide that in
expectations,
there. You gonna slide that in there. No. I'm gonna get that was a shot. That was go ahead, keep going.
no, I just when I look at the dating world, to piggyback off what she was saying, the expectations is not an expectations, but again to go back to our standards, something that I must have, right?
Yes.
Negotiables and
Yes.
non-negotiables. I'm
That's right.
not negotiating that.
Yep.
Certain things I can
So,
negotiate, certain things I
what is
can't. It's
the?
a
So here
business.
it is. What is the standard? That's what I'm talking about. Because I'm saying, see, I fired myself. I don't. Whoever, if you all date now to go to the church, I fired myself. I ain't counting y'all. Y'all do what you want to do. But my point is saying this. When I see prophetic and I see things, I'm like, okay, go ahead, do what you got to do. But there needs to be some type of level of a standard. I can listen because Tia is different. You got to set your own standards, all right? And I also think a father helps you set those standards. I know people don't like that, and that's from old school, but I help my children choose who they should be talking. Because ultimately, I'm going to be helping them in life some type of way. I'm going to be affected by who they have children with. I'm going to be affected by if they get sick in the hospital, they need something. So most people don't want to talk to leaders, but a leader can help you set the standard if your father has not helped you to set the standard, or pastor's wife, or a person that's have knowledge or wisdom. You have to have a standard. Because you can't listen. And my sister, she rarely tells me anybody that she talks to, not because she's not grown, not because she won't tell us to go mind our business, but it has to be a standard. He cannot be 50 with his mother. He cannot be 50 and not have a vehicle. Who doesn't have a vehicle at 50? He cannot be 50 without even owning a house or something. What's going on here? He can't be in the studio at 50. So each one of you all's expectation. Now, expectation can let you down, but false expectation without communication brings a sad picture of a lost opportunity. So what you have to do is you can have expectation, but you can't have expectation without communication. You have to communicate. I expect you to honor me. I expect you to do this, and then you can have expectation. But expectation without communication, it brings heartache and it brings pain. But I still want to know, is there a standard? You in your 30s, you in your 40s, and you in your 50s. Is there a standard? So Carmen's standard should be different from Janelle's. I always said not should, but maybe different. So what is your standard?
Well, my standard is there has to be some level of education. I'm not saying that you have to have a degree, but you have to have a certification. You have to have a business. You have to have something that you can put on the table that can be a foundation for the family. I expect you to be motivated. Although I'm there to have your back, I need you to be self-motivated. I need you to know how to lead, or at least connect to someone that can teach you how to lead a family.
So, Carmen, you need somebody to be able to lead, and you need somebody that you said because you need to date somebody on your own level. That's what I told my children too.
Yeah.
If they have degrees, I'm not saying the person that got a GED can't provide love. But if you didn't work this hard to get to the masters, you should probably try to marry somebody on that level, even for communication purposes, the way you think, the way you operate, and everything. So that's the standard that you have. So you have a standard. And your tolerance level, a person at 30 that's dating, tolerance may be a little more open and compatible versus a person that's 50.
Yeah.
And I bust your bubble. The Bible says you only got about 20 more years.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my reasonable service. So your expectation can't be like you 30 years old. He got to come on with it.
Yeah.
Or you can just be single by yourself.
Yeah.
So, Bishop, can I ask a question to the sister? Is it Carmen?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you hang out?
Church.
Is not an answer. Is not an answer.
Church.
Okay.
No, I go, but
wait a minute.
I didn't answer.
You said church.
A bishop said that. But
Okay, you just said too, though. But go ahead.
So I do. I go to church. I go out and I know this is not common, but I go out to dinner and I sit at the bar.
Okay. What restaurant? Give me an example of the type of restaurant.
Got Applebee's.
I don't do Applebee's.
Okay, what do you do?
I love Outback.
Okay, Outback. All right.
So
could I extend to you?
Yes, sir.
Maybe the restaurants you're selecting are too low. Maybe you need to raise your standard.
for your standards
that you go to attract the type of gentleman that you're looking to attract.
Well,
maybe wait a minute. Maybe you need to get into a networking organization where business owners network.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where you'll meet somebody, and you may not meet them in the in that particular spot, but maybe you'll go to start. Once you get connected, you can go to another one and find them that way. Or well, not so much find, but get connected to people, and you can put yourself out there to be found. Because you shouldn't be doing the finding. He should be doing the finding. But you should.
I don't think that's accurate. That's not what the word of God said. That's not what it meant. When we talk about he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor,
I'm just a guy trying to help. That's all. I'm not saying that I have all the answers. Okay. I'm just trying to present some things. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to present some options, because when I asked what do, you said go to church. When I asked as far as go out, you said I go to Applebee's, or not Applebee's, but Outback. I'm sorry. I apologize, Outback. So what I suggested to you was to raise the place where you go, because you're going to attract what's there.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because when I go to the Outback to go sit at the bar, I go sit there to eat and to watch the game, and I'm out. I'm not there really to conversate or anything like that. So when I'm going there, it's.
But why not? Why aren't you there to conversate? You're
because
out.
I'm usually tired, and I just want to pick some up to eat, and I just want to
pick it up and take it home to eat. And I'm not beating you up. I'm just saying, because you said these are your words. I want to be married.
I do.
But so here it is.
So then why on the dating sites? That's where men gonna find you. Pastor.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not on the dating site. Not all the good ones on the no. Not for what we're looking for on here. They not.
When y'all think, listen, when y'all think of the dating sites, y'all thinking about Tinder and the back pages and those just shameful ones. But there are some good dating sites where people are paying memberships, and there are good quality of men and women that are on there. And they have some successful stories. We're not talking about Black Planet or Plenty of Fish or them hookup, because people are not meeting on those type of sites, Bishop.
But okay, I'm open. I just said I'm not open, but I'm thinking this time. If I'm such a caliber man that I can change the life of anything that I connect to, why would I need a dating site as a man?
When's the last time you been? Wait a minute. When's the last time you've been to a football game, basketball game, baseball game?
I coach football. I coach baseball.
Awesome.
So I'm around a lot of plethora.
But coaching it and being at the event are two different things, because you're locked and loaded in a responsibility.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay, go back to this right here. Go back to this. I'm gonna go back to this. Eating at Applebee's and Outback, you're gonna get a certain type of man. Eating at a restaurant where you have VIP parking, get out, and it's a 5-star restaurant, you're going to have a different type of man.
Yeah.
If you at the hooker lounge, you're not probably going to find a millionaire unless he's a rapper or some type of getting money. or something. You ain't gonna find the average businessman. You might find a more businessman at the cigar lounge, a classy one, versus the hookah lounge, because you'll find the Baptist preachers there, but someone. But you gotta understand that. But my point is, what Scott is saying is true. First of all, you remind me of somebody in my church, Carmen. You look like a little missionary. You got your little pearls on with your little ponytail, look like you ready to pray and go lay hands on somebody.
Don't do me like that.
You just say,
ain't nothing wrong with looking like a missionary.
Man, I'm telling you, I saw this, and we was at the chicken place, Harold Chicken. I was with some young ladies. I don't even know if they own. And then they looked, the dudes at the bars, like they were checking them out. Then it was like, that's a church lady. Leave her alone. That's a church lady.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way you carry yourself.
Carry yourself.
It's the way you carry yourself and present yourself. And guys usually don't want to be bothered with church ladies because they're scared of God. But that's really saying. But it's not, y'all call it energy. I don't call it energy. It's your spirit thing. What you put out into the universe is the type of man you're going to attract.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's inside of you is just the type of man you're going to attract.
Yeah.
Spirit.
I attract some very good men.
But something else too to piggyback off of what I was talking about in regards to like places where we go. Something that happened to me the top of the year. I know we was given good advice from a leader of ours, renowned leader, telling us, just go to certain places, Cigar Lounge, Home Depot, Lowe's, all of these great places that men go to.
Yeah.
And literally I went for a week. I was working on a project and I went to Home Depot and Lowe's, and I probably was in each one of the stores about an hour or two trying to find different things for the house or whatever. But literally almost 3 or 4 dudes tried to hit on me in each store. Literally. These were men that was, coming in for contract. They walking around with the, the big, the woods, like they actually doing work. Oh, what you need? Oh, here my card. All of that. Now, I'm not looking for nobody. I'm in here, trying to find whatever I'm working on. But again, I was in a place where, predominant men that have businesses, and everybody in there don't have business. But again, go back to what we were saying about the places that we're going. Where do we go for the men that we're seeking? I'm not finna go to the club and look for a man, right? Because I'm not into that nightlife, right? I'm not going to the hookah lounge and all of the things. I'm going to go to the black tie event that they're having, that we got to pay $150 a ticket to get to, like Bishop just said about the VIP parking. That's the type of men that I want. I don't want to be at the block party, that's just not what I'm looking for. So again, our appearance and the location, and again, the energy and all of the things that we talk about, that will attract the type of men that we're normally looking for. But if we're in the wrong place at the wrong time, we're obviously going to run into the wrong type of man that's going to aggravate us. Like, man, why are you even trying to talk to me? Like, why? Because he like, you here? So apparently you're not where you're supposed to be. You're not giving what you're supposed to give. So always be on the right person.
You know who has some good single friends? Married men. Married men have, no, listen, they do. Married men have, because it's like he's the homeboy, man. I know this good guy, he's single, he's cool, and he'll be a perfect guy. And that's when the Bible says, whosoever ever findeth a good wife. You don't know who's gonna find you and introduce you to somebody. All right? And you don't know who's gonna introduce you. Because I'm still with Paulette is against this, but I don't know. Like y'all got to convince me. It's not organic. It's just
What, the dating sites?
Yes.
I met somebody really nice on a dating site that makes over 6 figures, that owns his own home, that he's an entrepreneur. Huh?
Did you see the house?
Yeah. You know what, Bishop?
No, because you can become anything online.
I met the person in person. We've gone out on dates. We've gone to dinner. Yes, I've seen these things.
Catfishing is real. You probably can see it.
You that show who the F did I marry? I'm just saying.
Right.
But
That's
that could be
real.
someone that you meet in person too. You just
No, that
never
don't happen in
know.
person.
Yeah, yeah.
It works for some people. It works for a few people. It works for some people. But
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
the
let
best
y'all
way.
talk about the Outback like that because I have
Wow.
I was just at the Outback on yesterday, so there's nothing wrong with the
No,
Outback.
I go
was
to
just
the
there
wait,
yesterday.
wait now.
There's
But let me
nothing
tell you
wrong with
something.
it.
There are some businessmen that come after work who is not married and sit at that bar to watch a game and to get something to eat. I've met guys who own IT companies. I've met CEOs. So the type of place like Outback is just the bottom of the barrel. It's not.
I didn't say that, sis. I
No,
didn't say
wait,
that.
Wait,
All I
Carmen,
said
don't say that way
was
because I'm
We
gonna be
go there
honest
all
with
the
you.
time.
I'm gonna say
Y'all
that,
go
brother.
Outback.
Now you love the Outback, so don't be over here
When
playing.
I go to Outback, I don't even have to order. They just put my order in. Everything. So we love them. Of course, I'm with my family.
All I was saying was try Ruth Chris. I don't know where you are. We
I
have a
don't
place
even like
there called.
Ruth Chris. That food is
Okay, that's
horrible.
okay. That's all right. Find one on that level and go to that one that you like. There's several out there. That's all I'm saying. Just trust. If what you're doing is not working, then try something else. Is
So
all
let me
I'm
ask you a question, sir.
Yes,
Let me
ma'am.
ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you go to a Ruth Chris or a Eddie V's that's here, something that's up there, do you think that those men are there by themselves?
It depends. I don't know. I'm not.
They're not.
Okay,
They're
so
not.
when you
I've
go,
been there, and I'm telling you that.
wait a minute. I'm gonna ask you the same question. When you go to Outback and those places like that, do you think those men are there by themselves, or do you think that they don't have a situation already in place?
Well, they're there by themselves, but that doesn't mean that they don't have a situation in place. But I won't know that until we start communicating.
Right, but you won't know that at the other place either until you start communicating. I only made that suggestion because I made another suggestion too, which was go to like networking events.
Yeah.
I think somebody has said, I think Sister Charnella has said, like a black tie affair. Just when you go to that black tie affair, please don't wear, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying because this is live to ladies out there, don't wear a church suit. Wear an after 5 outfit or something like that. Please don't put a church suit on. Just don't do it. Like, come on. Like, let's do it right. Like, dress for the occasion for where you're going to. But all I'm suggesting is do something different. If you want different results, you got to do different things. And that's all I'm saying.
Scott, here's the thing. You probably wonder what, and we can be on about 15 more minutes. Here's the thing. You believe it or not, it's frustrating. I'm frustrated with the singles. Most pastors are frustrated with the singles because they need good men and the church need good men. And most of the problems that we find out in the church come to quarrelsome women going back and forth and arguing, whatever. And women, and I don't want to get in trouble about this. I know y'all don't eat me up, but women are more emotional creatures than most men. And so when they lead, what happens in their everyday life affects how they serve, how they work, how they operate. And if you got a church full of women who is going through this emotional challenge or functionality or to be loved or be brokenhearted or doing something else, it throws out the momentum of the church. So the more people date and the more people get married, the more balanced the church becomes. Because the church is lacking men. And the Bible says we will be in trouble when the woman ruled the man. The Bible says the Bible didn't celebrate women ruling men. It said the world would be in trouble then. Then Isaiah picked it up and said it'd be 7-1. Now we know it's almost 25-1. So the single women and the men, it's time we need them to get married. But marriage is under attack. And I also believe this, and most of y'all probably not going to agree with this either. Some of y'all ain't gonna never get married. I'm talking to the whole universe. Some of you all are not going to, and you can fool yourself, just like saying everybody's gonna be a millionaire. Some of you all are not gonna ever get close to being a millionaire. So you got to find where you can feel most comfortable in life and do that.
That's good.
You got to find out, because you're trying to compare. You can't compare the Bishop and Lady Mae. Bishop and Lady Mae been dating since 1988, right? And so most of you all are not real. And let me tell you something. And a lot of women and men both say what they're not going to take. If you're saying that already before you get married, don't ever get married. If you're already saying what you're not going to take, if a man feels he do this, you don't even get married. You're wasting your time. All right? Because there are going to come some challenges in life, and I'm going to say this that y'all going to think is really biased, and it probably is biased, but I don't know. But can you love, Carmen, I'm going to ask you directly, my sister, can you love the whole out of your husband?
Absolutely.
Love
Right.
the what out of them?
The whore.
Oh.
The promiscuous man. Because he could be a good man, he could love you,
Whoa.
but a lot of people would say no, right? A lot of people would say no. But if you really be honest and talk to a man when he's a grandfather, his conversation will be different between when he's a grandfather and a father, all right, sharing his life story. And he becomes the man he's become because there was a good woman by his side that forgave him and helped nurture him and helped develop him into the person that he was supposed to do.
But wait a minute. So
Somebody said love the whore out of him.
if
That's
I
the
have,
reality. Y'all said,
Bishop, if I have to love the whore out of him,
no, and not even the whore. He may not even, because he may not be sleeping with a woman, but he could be emotionally tied to one. He could
but
be.
the Bible says in Proverbs 20,
What's I call it? The work boss? The work husband?
The work wife.
The work wife. Some of y'all cheating right now. Y'all ain't having sexual sin, but you're connected emotions. You got an entertainment with your emotions.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus said, if you look upon a woman and desire her, you have sin within your heart. So let's not just go technical. And then it's not even about cheating. I'm talking about marriage on a pole. And a lot of women always type and talk, but y'all still married. Sometimes y'all got to start typing and start listening. And I know that sounds real harsh. Like, who are you talking to? It's the facts. Y'all typing more than y'all listen. And I'm telling you, you don't have to compromise. No man should ever cheat on a woman, period. No woman should cheat. No one. But I'm saying, just in case you have an immature spouse, can you stand with them and love them to their deliverance? Can you love them to their deliverance? Can you pray while he's be out dancing, clubbing, or going out and just Lord deliver my husband? Or can you handle that endurance? I'm serious. This is real life. This is the real life questions.
Sometimes it just seemed to me that we are so focused on the Proverbs 31 woman, and we slide right on.
That's a conversation. That ain't no problem.
Let me finish.
Let me just tell you this right there. I'm gonna let y'all finish so they won't say I didn't let you finish. You cut off. You be acting like somebody. I'm gonna tell you how the Proverbs 31 woman was not an example of a woman. The Proverbs 31 woman was a conversation between a mother and a son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. But most people won't teach.
But we're looking at the conversation. Most of the things in the Bible is letters written to a specific person, individual, and entity. So you cannot take and make it a doctrine.
So, Bishop, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Just so that I can make sure that we're clear. When you say love the whore out of a man, like when you say that, if I have a man that has whorish ways, do I stick with that until it just goes away all of a sudden?
Well, let me tell you this. I'm never going to tell you to stick with anybody that cheats on you or have whorish ways. I'm not going to do that because I don't want nobody to do that to me. But I proposed a question. Because a lot of people want good men, but can you endure to help make that man good? That's what my question is.
I got it.
Because everybody, and I ain't saying I ain't giving the green lights to cheating and the green lights to do this and none of that. No, cheating is wrong. But then again, it depends what culture you're in. Because really, again, let's just be honest. If you're single, you really should be teaching. You should be open.
Yeah.
I don't owe you nothing about single. So you single people y'all want to play marriage. I'm in a committed relationship. Well, you might as well get a ring and get a covenant and be married.
Right.
When you're single, You single,
See?
you do what you do.
Okay.
You're single. You know, I ain't gotta explain to you what I'm doing. But now you can't be single, play marriage, and then want to hop into your liberty of single. That's like a woman taking a man's money, and then when he asks her, well, what you doing with your bill? Don't control me, well, don't ask me for my money. I'm just saying, you just opened me up. That was a portal to become in your life when you want me to help you pay for something. So what I'm saying is nobody should cheat. Let's make that clear. But I asked the question, can you love the promiscuous lust out of your husband? Because all of us have some level of lust. We all some level that we must manage. And in a sense, you're fasting and praying and rebuking it because God gave it to you. He gave it to you so when you look at the opposite sex, you would desire them. And they would look at you and they would desire you. So you have to learn how to manage your lust.
When we talk about standards, Bishop, and for me, when I talk about standards and I'm looking at a potential mate or someone that I say, oh, he looked like he can be, you know, a good candidate. And, you know, why I'm learning more about him. When we talk about Proverbs 20:6, and it says, who can find a faithful man, a man that's righteous and walk in integrity. That's really, that's high on my, you know, on my list. So me loving the hell out of him, he has to love the hell out of himself to want to walk in, you know, righteousness and integrity and want to be a stand-up gentleman. So for me, I answered too quick earlier. I don't want to love the hell out of that person when I don't really have ties to him. Again, when we're married, that's something totally different. That's a different animal that I have to deal with versus going into something and saying that now, no, I don't want to.
Well, don't get married.
Amen.
Y'all don't get married because you're gonna have to love.
Why do I have to endure just to show how much I love a person?
That's what both married men and women have to do.
No.
Right. No. Why do black women always have to experience the struggle love to have this victorious testimony? Oh, I rolled with him through this when he didn't have nothing, but I stuck it out. But that's what a lot of people expect. It's black woman has to go through the struggle love before she can find her.
I didn't say that.
No, but she's trying to make a point, Bishop. You're not letting her make a point.
She made her point. She keeps saying that point.
Right. The point that I'm trying to make is that a lot of black, hear me. A lot of black women have this struggle love testimony. Yeah, they have that man that's been the provider and doing everything, but they had to go through all of this struggle and all of this fight before he became that man. And that shit didn't have to be the black woman's story. That, oh, I held him down or I stuck by him and he did this and he did that. No, Negro, you need to have yourself together. So why you got to make that woman go through something in order for you to get yourself together? Leave her alone until you're ready.
So you're telling me, wait.
That's my point.
I know this is your platform. You invited me. I just want to ask a question. So you're telling me that the only men out here cheating are black men? That's what you're saying.
No. I'm not saying that.
Just because here it is.
No, okay.
Wait a minute.
So,
let me finish. You answered. Now let me finish. So, and to say that, a lot of times the reason why we see all of this is because the black woman is so vocal with it. Other ethnicities may not go on social media and do all the things that they do in order to put the business out there. It doesn't mean that they're not experiencing the same things, because a man is a man is a man is a man. Whether whatever experiences that they have, we're the same. This thing is what it is. And sometimes we give y'all the clues, we give y'all the tests, we give you the script, and y'all still don't want to listen to the script that we give you. But a man is a man is a man. And I'm not saying this the whole thing because some women say all men are dogs. We ain't all dogs. Now, a lot of us have doggish ways or doggish tendencies, but we ain't all dogs. We can all be tamed by the right woman. That's all I'm saying.
Why does a woman have to tame yourself?
Okay,
That goes back to the
okay. That's good.
self-control.
But watch this. Y'all said earlier, you make it seem like it's always the man is cheat. There's just women cheat better than men.
No. So I guess going back to it, Bishop's question is, can you love the whore out of a man? And what
But
I
he could
say
ask that
is,
same question to a man.
right, but he could ask the same question, can you love the hoe out of a woman? But
No.
in many cases,
The woman, no. Let me get back to you. Shut up now. No. Because if you're a hoe, I ain't marrying you.
Period.
Because men and
But
women.
listen, they have that option too. They have that option as well. They don't have to marry a guy.
You got Tyler Perry, you want to speak for a woman. I'm speaking for a man. No, because men and women cheat different. And y'all wired different. Unless you're just a straight out body type, if you're not a body type, if you're cheating, that's because you're emotionally there. You're psychologically there. Your heart is connected. Most men don't need that cheat. So if you got somebody that's cheating as a woman, man, you're in trouble. You're in trouble for real. All right.
okay, so back to Pastor Scott. It's not only black men, but the majority.
And when I say I'm not
We just calling a spade. The majority of the struggle love testimonies are black women that have these
Well,
struggle
that's
love
what's being
testimonies.
shown.
Oh, I've been with him.
That's what's being
It's the
shown.
majority. Yes, it is.
You think the Italian women don't have struggle? You think the Greek women don't have struggle? You think the Phoenician Greek?
They all do. They just don't.
No,
They just
I
don't talk
do.
about it. They just don't talk
Over
about
in
it.
these other countries, they got
They
multiple
understand
wives.
what their roles are. They understand what their roles are and what their place is.
But we're not in another
don't
country. We in.
But I'm just using
It
that.
happens
No,
in this
but she
country.
made a blanket statement. I'm making a blanket statement. That's all I'm saying. It's not just black men. It's not just a black woman and a black man. This thing goes cross ethnicities. That's all I'm saying.
But can we talk about our ethnicity since we're the only ones on here that's black?
Right.
That's fine, but don't say all women. She
Right.
made it. She made the statement that the only struggle is with black women. That's not. You can't say that. When she did
No.
that,
What I
that
said
opens
was
it up
this.
to
not
all
what-
I said,
that's
why
not-
do
that's
black
not what
women? No. That's not what I said. I said,
That's
why
right.
are black women always expected to
Always.
have this struggle love testimony? Yeah,
She
like
didn't say
it's
all.
because it's majority of black women that have, but it's the majority of black women that have made this publicly known. Well, I've been with my husband for this amount of years, and we had the issue, but I stuck by, and I was with him. No, it shouldn't have to be that way. So back
Well,
to
you
Bishop's
never
question,
said-
I don't think that a wife or a
This one, let me go back and say
I don't
this.
think that we should have to love the whore out of a man or
Okay, let
love
me
the
say-
anything, the
let me
liar
say-
out of him.
let me say-
out of
let
We
me
him.
say-
take the brunt of it, and then after we are beat down, and then your brothers go over to the white woman.
No,
Never
you lie.
been-
Or another
no,
I'm not
woman.
saying you.
Now we done stuck by
I'm not
you.
I
saying
don't know nothing about that.
I'm
I
not
don't know. I
saying
love sisters,
Right.
so I might
Okay,
go to
look
another
at.
sister.
Okay, let's
might
talk the
go to a
language.
white woman.
Let's talk the language that you guys know. We just had an NFL draft here in Detroit.
No, we can talk streets. We can talk
Wait.
everything, man.
No,
We can
it's
talk
straight
whatever. We can talk about the
We just
streets.
had the NFL draft here in Detroit.
Yeah, I was there.
32 African American men that was
Mhm.
drafted. That was drafted in 2024. Out of
Color
32 black men, 30 came with white women on their sides.
Stop right there. Stop. Now you asked me to talk the language. I'm gonna talk the language right now. So what would make 32 black men, before we just look at and blame it all on the black man, what would make them look over our black queens?
30.
No, what would make them look over you?
An identity problem.
Huh?
Identity problem.
Well, that's deep.
With who? With who?
Mm,
No, they know how to do
With themselves.
I don't agree with that.
They know how to do, bro.
It's a list. It's a long
I
list of
do.
reasoning.
I
An
do.
identity issue is on that list.
Expound on what you mean when you say they have an identity issue.
And let me back this thing. Let me rewind it real quick to make this clear. Let me make the two things clear. When I say love the whole out of you, I'm not giving a license. I'm talking about love the promiscuous out of you, immaturity out of you. Because women, sometimes men don't get it until it's too late. Love the responsibility of the irresponsible man out of you. And
Yeah.
you all are more responsible. You all are more sometimes God-fearing. And so you got to, when I look at it, are you willing to endure that? The reason I ask you all, because there's 4 women over here, I can ask Scott too. Are you willing to love him and help mold him to the person he's going to be? I'm not, no man is going to be who he's supposed to be without a good woman helping him become. That's what God called him. He said, I'll make you a helpmeet. That's what he said. That's your assignment. I know you don't like it, but that's what the Bible said. I'm going to make you a helpmeet. All right. So these the younger generation that you found out was being drafted is colorism. You get more money when you have white women and real light women on your side. It's facts. It's colorism. You have more white women and light women on your side, you get a bigger contract. It's colorism all day. This is why I cannot stand when people talk about LeBron James, who has a black wife with black children, who does more for the black community than most NBA players ever. But you hate him because the media portrays you. It puts him against Michael Jordan, who some of y'all never seen play. And it's nothing but a media marketing tactic. And that's why we're more accepted when black men come and dating white women. But then a lot of black men are tired of black women's mouths.
But it's not those babies that just graduated from college and getting drafted. It's not them. I definitely agree with Bishop. Like, it got to be some secret something. They get more money.
They get more money. They're not just going there for nothing. That's image. They get more. They get money. You never see nobody attack Steph Curry.
Yeah.
He's a little light-skinned black man. Everybody, all the big darks, Bandingo men, that's who get attacked with black wives. You don't see nobody with colorism all day. And they do it all day in the church world. They do it in the but black women is the greatest woman ever to marry. Period. And I don't care what nobody said.
Nothing happens on this earth except through a woman.
Huh?
I said nothing happens on this earth except through a woman.
True.
And yeah.
We are the
So this person y'all talking about, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes and I gotta go because I'm tired. But let me get to y'all talking
you the
about
one came in late, Bishop.
Yeah, I know, but I'm tired. So listen, let me just tell you, why is Shaka talking?
Huh?
Huh?
What was the question?
Why is Shani talking?
Who?
O'Neal, First Lady. Why she keeps shooting shots at the big fellas?
Why she what?
Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, who's now First Lady to Keon Hill. Why does she keep shooting her shots so black, quacking at the mouth?
Well, she usually quiet.
Right.
So let me ask you now. She's talking about she didn't think that she don't think she was ever in love with Shaquille.
And I think that's a true
statement. All of a sudden.
I think it's a true statement. No, that ain't just
coming from though. All of a sudden, it could be true.
Well, because of her book, that some things that she divulged in her book, I think that it's only right that if you've been treated a certain way, and then God put you in a place where you are treated, a way that you've never been treated in your life, it can cause you to question: was I ever in love? Versus what I'm receiving now. It's a possibility.
No, that is a marketing strategy. You were in love. You birthed his children. You got $500 million of his money. Now you're getting over $100,000 a month. Now you quacking. You know
First
why?
of all, Bishop, get your facts straight. When she married him, she released all her rights to any spousal support, any money from Shaq.
Did I tell you why? Because she was already putting money aside while they was married. He wanted to be. This ain't no hearsay. This is from a horse's mouth. She was already stealing millions from him before they even got divorced. So these are the kind of things I'm funny. He should have signed. And so I'm not gonna blame black women. I'm not gonna blame the black men, but we got a serious problem.
So with the two men on here, let me ask you guys a question. Why do you think that women are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s and they're still not married? And let's go a little bit.
I think Scott should take the heat, and after that, I think if I answer that, it'll make more people mad.
Well, I'm gonna make them mad.
Y'all don't want to know the truth. Scott, let me tell you, you can clean it up. You do damage control.
Bishop, I might be on the same boat as you.
No. Let us have it because we really want to know.
A single man. No, a single man has to tell us that. No, a married man cannot tell us that.
Bishop, you can't answer that.
I'm single.
You are not, and neither is Pastor White. Where is the
No,
single black
I'm
man
single.
that's
He stopped working
I
on because
truly feel like these
I'm the
two.
one. We no
I feel
longer
like they've been on
we no
a.
longer wait. The Bible said we no longer two, but what?
no.
We're single. Okay.
You see how we play with words?
Yeah, no.
Look, why
No,
everybody
no.
just like, well,
Yeah, because they're not single, so they
No, but I know what I know.
can't tell
may
you.
not
when
be
and I,
they-
and I,
single,
I
but
can
we're still
honestly say
men.
this.
We're still
I
We're
think
men.
still men. We're still men. And
Yeah,
a
I
lot
think
of
that
y'all
they've been on a
church,
call with us long enough that they could tell why,
I don't think it's
We're talking about
They
generally.
can tell
generally
why.
still.
I think you all are uniquely wonderfully made. And I think you have not possessed. I think it's a God thing, scripture too. And I think you have not learned yourself. So if you have not learned yourself,
I'm not single. I'm dating.
well, you don't need to. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You all need to learn yourselves
I
first.
don't need to be dating.
No, you need to learn yourself. Did I not say that to you? I said 6 months.
Wait a minute, I'm single, but I'm dating.
No, some of y'all don't need to date. You need to just find you God. And in that midst, somebody will find you. But y'all keep thinking it's I got to do this. I want a man.
Keep dating, we messing up. That's why we getting burnt out.
The kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you.
Yeah,
God
I
knows the desire of your heart. But y'all want to do it
that.
yourself. Where is dating in the Bible?
So
Where
you
is dating
just
in the
said
Bible?
that, but then when I'm in church all the time, you tell me to come out to church. So is it either seek all those things?
Yes, get out the church. Go somewhere
But he
else.
just
Hang
keep
out.
telling
Just
me, Pastor
chill.
Scott.
It's okay.
But Pastor Scott, he just said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all those things be added.
It didn't say seek. It didn't say go to the church. He said seek ye first. You can seek him first by your bedside. You can seek him first in your closet, in your prayer
No,
closet.
Bishop
But then
telling
you can
us
just chill, just have a
don't
life
date,
outside of
get
that.
closer to
Like, it's
God. That's what
okay.
Bishop's saying. Bishop is
Exactly.
telling us
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm
get
saying.
closer to God.
Okay, I'm trying to close it. 73%. I'm like John. 73% of the women born today are born without fathers.
True.
So how do you know if your father is not there? He's the first one to love you.
Mm-hmm.
So if your first encounter is love is from the person that took your virginity, you already starting off in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to learn yourself. You have to learn your body. It is the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Broken people attract no good people,
True.
both men and
I'm
women.
not broken.
You
I'm no
are-
longer
I ain't
broken.
talking to you about broken. It's a whole world out there.
Okay, let's
Broken
just
crayon
check
still
that.
color.
But also, broken women switch men like most people switch cars. And
That's
this
a
is-
lie.
Okay, well, that's why you ain't married. So this is what I'm trying to.
Oh
This is
no,
what I'm
but
trying
I've
to.
been married and I've been
Well,
divorced for 6 years.
Okay,
And I did
listen to a
therapy,
person that's.
I did prayer, all of that. So how can you say that I'm not ready when I've done all of those steps?
You didn't do that. You didn't do that.
I
You got married on a prophecy. Now, so you know, so then, so
This
then
is how you do, Bishop.
you got married on a prophecy since you want to so you
Paulette waved the flag. Paulette waved the flag.
Right. You got married on a prophecy. God ain't told you that. You got to love. You got to get you together. The Bible said, marry the person of your youth. So the question is, you got to ask God, what do you have for me? Lord, y'all don't believe this. If you sell out to God, He's gonna give you the desires of your heart. Both of y'all ain't trying to sell out to God. Y'all trying to be divas and be in the church.
I am sold out. What you talking about?
I'm talking about sold out. Now, you know who should be blazing the church? Single women. Y'all should have the church on fire. But y'all won't. Huh?
Where do you think I'm at? I'm not in the club.
Single women and men. 30 years ago, the conversation about a man was not as vital as y'all talk about men now. Like, is this, wait a minute. We didn't have all this conversation because of the dynamics of statistics, because of everything that was going on. But I'm telling you, try it. Get lost in God, build you up. Find you somebody.
Bishop, I think the women are doing the work.
On vacation.
I think the women are doing the work, and it's and I'm
What
not
work?
saying all. I'm
Absolutely.
not saying all, but
What
I think
work?
the women are doing the work to build themselves up, to be in a position to be found, to be healthy
Absolutely.
mentally
Oh,
and
I can say,
spiritually.
yeah.
But I
Absolutely.
think that a
How?
lot of times,
Absolutely.
Bishop, I would like to finish my statement.
Okay, go ahead, finish it. I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish it. I'm gonna
I
cut you
think,
right back off.
okay, sir.
Oh God,
I think that we spend a lot of time trying
Oh,
to
come on, get it out, because
wait
I'm
a
ready.
minute.
I'm like Stephen A. Smith. I'm ready to bring it. You talking too slow. Let me just tell you right there. Y'all giving me this
You
crap.
see how
That's
you see how your
it.
brother do
No,
you? That
women, we
makes no
women,
sense.
a lot of time putting in the work and getting ourselves together. So for somebody
okay,
to
come
tell
on,
us
can I say
do the
it?
work, put it in,
Black
we've
women,
been prepared
black
for this
women
our
have,
whole life. We've been
black
prepared
women
for
have
this our
lost,
whole life. Am I right, ladies?
black
We are
women have
taught
lost their way.
to be in a
Let me
relationship,
tell you
get
why you lost
married.
your way.
Like
Let me
Bishop,
tell you why
we've
you,
been prepared for this our whole
That
entire
don't mean
life
we
through
prepared for
playing
it
with.
just because that's what we
No,
wanted. That don't mean we prepared
no,
for it.
no, no, no. What I'm
We ain't
saying
prepared for
is,
it our whole life. You got to
now
go through
come on, Bishop,
experiences
be
and learn
fair.
yourself.
Exactly.
you've been
But
talking
this is what I'm
about that.
saying. Hear me when I say this.
I
Little
didn't even
girls,
finish my
all three women that's on here, we grew up playing with baby dolls, playing house, we
Mhm.
cooking and we doing stuff like that. That has always been embedded in us as little girls.
Mhm.
So then as we get older and we start to date, that's the things because we've already had some type of practice or playing because
But
we're
we
playing
create we
house,
played
we're playing.
play. We made that reality up. We
Right.
said what
So
it
how
was
many
gonna
little
look like.
boys was playing house? How many boys was playing, oh, we get married. Oh, we got a baby. How many little boys was playing with the
Yeah, I'm telling
strollers
you.
and push? I'm just asking.
That don't mean we knew what we was doing though. That's because we was
Yeah, this.
planning.
I tell you this.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
tell
saying
you.
that. But what Bishop
I'm
is
gonna let
saying,
y'all talk. Let me just say though. I'm gonna show you our focus has gotten off. Our focus is not family. And I always say this, and I don't want to be sound like a misogynistic male chauvinist, but a lot of women have left their homes to
You
chase
are.
their but it's good. A lot of women have left their homes to chase their careers,
That's
and they
true.
have. And they have. There's no longer emphasis on the family structure. There's no
We
longer emphasis on the children. You trying to be divas. Next thing you've got to find out is that a lot of black women focus is not self-love. It's BBLs. Why are so many of our women getting BBLs? Because their focus is on their behind and their body, the way they look, versus what's stimulating their mind and their spirit and their hearts. Why are there so many women getting BBLs?
what woman do you know want to go out of the house
because they
every
think
day
that's what
into
the
the
women.
streets to
Huh?
to make a living? What woman do you honestly think that gets up every morning and say, I want to drag myself out to this bed, go into the corporate world and make things happen? We have been pushed into having to go out into the world to leave our children behind because the men have left and not returned.
You think so?
Absolutely. That's why there ain't no single men up on this panel right now. It's single women. Where are the single
And
men
the
at?
single men that's in church is doing all the women outside the church and maybe some in the church. But then y'all stay focused on the woman and her getting herself together while you don't really say too much to the man.
Absolutely.
Every time you talk about singles, you focus on the women.
Who?
Pastors.
No, that's a lot.
You know I'm not scared.
No, that's
I'm
true.
not. I don't. I focus on everybody because when
Right,
I
that's what we're doing.
pastor, when I preach, I and Sister Paulette can relate, and Sister Chanel. I put myself out there all the time.
Yeah, we put our stuff out.
Yeah.
Put myself out there. I do because I done some dumb stuff. Ooh wee.
Yeah, but majority of the time they're talking about the single women. And why they're talking about the single women? Because that is the majority that's in the church. There are no single men. They are not there. So that's what they
What y'all gonna do
concentrate
about
on.
it? Single ladies, what y'all gonna do about the single men not being there? What you gonna do?
What can we do?
Oh, I'm
Listen.
sure y'all can be creative and cunning to get the men to the church. Because
Oh,
I'm gonna
absolutely. But then they're
when
gonna
I
talk
say cunning,
about
I'm
you.
using don't take me figuratively, just or
They'll
literally.
talk about you when you
Figuratively.
bring this in church.
But I'm saying
You can't be a single woman and bring the single men in because then they're gonna talk.
What do you
Okay.
mean? No, I don't. I'm saying if y'all
That's
do it
just
collectively.
do.
What if you do it together and say, this is the strategy, single women? This is what we're going to do. We need more men in this church. How can we get more men in this church? How about sponsoring breakfast? How about sponsoring lunch? How about having a dinner just to have the men to come in your community and just say, hey, we're going out. We're going to pass flyers out, free
How
food. Everyone
about
in.
That's one more thing on a woman's back
so
that she
men
has
will
to do.
beget men?
Say it
That's
again.
the thing.
I said that's one more thing
Right.
on a
So
woman's
if
back.
she
Why
beget
can't the
people,
man bring the men in and say,
Right.
hey, we're going to have lunch, we're going to play basketball,
Right.
we're going to have men talk?
saying
You all just said,
Absolutely.
here it is. Here
why
it
do
goes.
women?
You all wait a minute, because you know I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
All right, I'm ready.
You all just said,
I'm
where
ready.
are all the men? You just the platform. Ain't no men on here. Invite the men folk then. Get them out. What are you doing to get them there? No, I tell you what you're doing. Because both of y'all just said, wait a minute. We both can't talk. What you both just said, I'm dating, Bishop. I'm dating. So if you're dating, you're not worried about your sister. You're not worried about the other single women in the church. Why don't y'all pull together collectively and say, hey, how are we going to get these men in this church? First of all, they need God. Yeah, I want a man, but they need God. We need to show them God. Let's show them the love of God. Why can't y'all go out and get them? Wait a minute. If I'm out in the world, I would much rather have a female to come and be like, hey, you want to come to church with me? You ought to come to church. There's this preacher that's going to be, I'm going to come just because she asked me to come. If a brother come and asks me to come to church, I may go, I may not go. See, y'all don't want to hear it like that, but I'm telling you, if you're going to be a fisher of men, you got to know how to fish.
Sir, most of the men that are in the church are brought by the women in the church.
Most, but yet the women outnumber the men. So why did y'all stop bringing them if that's the case?
I think
here we have it. Back then, you had more.
Limit, Tia.
Now
go
we're
ahead.
going back then. We right now. We don't have to go back then. We can go right now.
No, it's not that the women aren't bringing the men in the church anymore. The numbers have changed. Like, it's not like y'all got to talk to God about this. It's 200 women to every one man right now in 2024. Right. It's nothing we could do with the numbers.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that, sis. But what I am saying is that, first of all, we all need to do better about inviting people out to our churches. That's number one. I'm gonna put myself out there as well. We all of us need to do better. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, for a man, if a female invites a man to a church versus a man inviting a man to the church, 9 times out of 10, the guy's going to go because the female invited him. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I understand what you're saying, because if you recall in the beginning, I sided with you and said, I agree with the statement that there are a lot of brothers that are incarcerated. I get that, as well as choosing to go a different route. So I'm aligned with you on that, but I'm just trying to present
a
different way,
just anything,
to possibly look at it.
Yeah,
because we need more men in the church. Listen, I'm at a church. I'm at the church with Bishop. We need more men in our church.
Mm-hmm. I want the men to come, but I don't necessarily want them to come with me, because I don't want people to think that he's mine or he's with me. Because I'm still waiting for a husband.
Yes.
Listen, all you got to say is, listen, I just brought him. He ain't got to
kiss your face.
He might, you know what? You may invite him, and he'd be like, "Listen, hey, that Carmen invited me, but what about such and such?" Because Carmen already, she ain't thinking about me. I see. Oh, okay, all right. I think I'm gonna keep coming back here. I'm just saying.
No.
Y'all got to get a little wild. You say no.
We appreciate.
I've brought people the opposite sex to church.
Okay, listen to this. That means I'm tapping out.
Yeah, because you can't win that one. Men are not in the
church. I can't win it, but I'm just knowing. I just know how to pick my battles.
Mm-hmm. It was a great conversation, and it seems that We don't need the fruit of Islam to talk about the church. Y'all just got to go to church. Y'all judge churches. There's a lot of churches that got a lot of men in the church. We don't need to hear conversation about that. A lot of times, we find that in the church we beat up the church a little bit too much, and then women tell what the men need to do, and then the men tell what the women want to do, and nothing gets accomplished. So we got to learn where to go from here. Solomon said, "I would rather stay in the desert than stay with a quarrelsome woman." I don't expect a woman to do nothing that I would not do. And a lot of times people get on social media and make general statements. You can't make a general statement. This thing is individual. All right. The Bible says sheep beget sheep, not just necessarily a man. Not just for a woman. It's sheep beget sheep. And we're so busy pointing our fingers at each other that things does not get done.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth of the matter is, you add to the church daily such as should be saved. So people not coming, that means their salvation is not coming. It's not there. But people are being saved, they've been delivered. Our church just had over 300 men in there, and all single and saved. Y'all didn't want them, y'all didn't even come back. And so that's it. It's all single. From all millionaires, from all walks of life. But we can't generalize and say what we're not doing. The church is a good place, but you all got to figure something out. You got to really have a strong conversation, because you know the reality of this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all, my sisters, I talk to y'all. The people that may be commenting, may not know that. But y'all want to know the real, and thankful for Tia. The real is that y'all about to go to bed by yourselves.
That's something, Bishop.
No, just go. All these people
The devil is a lie.
You can say we wrong. You can say we wrong. You can say we don't know what we're talking about. You can say all of that. But at the end of the day,
Going to bed alone.
You're going to bed alone.
Oh my God.
All right.
Well, I'm just gonna say I am, but that's by choice. I can have somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about, okay, watch this. Let me just say this then.
I ain't never been humbled in such a way.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all can be, watch this. So y'all just gotta come back. Well, if the person you with
Dang, I'm
to
going
the
to bed
bed
by
you
myself.
got married, it's still illegal. But watch this.
You
There
said what?
again, I'm going to bed legally, and y'all going to bed alone or illegal. So it don't matter. So the question is, you got to ask yourself, what's the best thing? What does God have for you? So, and then, if that's your focus, sisters always say, "I'm single by choice." You ain't single by choice.
But that's not true. We are single by choice.
No,
Let me say this, Bishop.
And this what y'all
No.
do.
Let me say
Yeah.
this.
I'm closing too late.
Wait. Hold on.
And then
No,
look,
let me
this
say
what they
this.
say, Scott. I could have had a man. He just wanted to do
Bishop,
this.
let me
I
say
didn't
this.
do it.
When you talk about currency, the way that they teach us how to identify what's real and what's fake is by, you're touching it enough. If you've had the wrong enough, you choose to wait for what God has for you, and you choose to be single because you already know up front what it's not. So that is by choice.
No. When most people say that, they say it because I don't want to do that. What the man is expecting me, I decided not to get in that.
Okay, have a good night. Blessings.
No, ask the church girls. Ask the man about the truth. Because the man wants to do X, Y, Z, and I'm not willing to do that, I'm single by choice.
I'll get on here and say, I'll be 100% honest. I think that is the main reason why I'm single.
Thank you.
Because of what?
It's not by choice. It was never by choice. I mean, I say that. I like to say that it's by choice because it just sounds better to me. But deep down inside, it's like, ugh.
Thank you.
So,
And the question is, y'all want to get married, you don't even know who you are.
what?
You got to figure out who you are.
Well, you
I don't
take
want to do what the man want me to do. So I mean, I'm not single by choice. If I do what the man want me to do, I won't be holding myself for my husband. I know silence, prayer. Mm-hmm.
Listen, stop getting
But
married.
most women are single by choice because they not settled. So that's the whole single by
Wait a
choice.
minute, why
Because
y'all
they're
think y'all got to settle? Y'all ain't the queen of the earth like
just
that.
no, but see,
Man
no,
can be
Bishop.
We the
Listen,
Bishop,
prize.
a woman.
What are you
y'all
talking
Okay,
dealing with that. Like the man ain't.
listen,
Man,
because
that's
we're
garbage. Guess
going
what?
to settle. We're not
Guess
about?
what?
We're not the
settle
prize,
against any
Bishop.
man for the sake
No,
of
we
just
the
saying
men
that
of
we're
pride.
not single.
Well, technically, yes, but I'm just saying
Right.
what the Bible says. The favor don't come until
A
she
man
comes
ain't
into
a
your life.
prize. Absolutely.
Well,
Wait a
technically,
minute.
by number, they are the
Do you know
prize.
who God? Do you know who God's magnus opus is? Who's his final joy and prize? It ain't women. Man is God's final prize.
Mm.
Woman is man's prize.
Bishop, we love
You
you.
just said we wasn't a
No,
prize.
no.
You just said we wasn't a prize, though.
No. I just had to get y'all out of that. God don't see women like you see man.
Bishop, you have a little, you know, Jesus.
That's the Bible. Y'all don't like the Bible. I'm giving you a Bible. That's the God here.
The ego.
We're not talking about that. Some women are single by choice because they're not going to settle for any man just for the sake of saying that they have a man or something laying next to them at night.
Oh my
That's
God.
why
Yeah.
some women, because
Some
I
women
say it
are
all the
dating
time.
because they are
They're-
settling. So you can look at it two ways.
right. Or I don't think
That's
that
true.
it has ever been a problem with any woman being able to get a man. I think that any woman can get any man that she wants. But it's just like, are you settling for that just for the sake? Because you're going to put up with everything that comes with that man.
I'll put up with y'all. Do you know what one thing a man hates
What's
What?
that?
is a black woman's mouth. Watch where you put your mouth. I'm telling you from a man. Now y'all probably say Bishop is wrong and everything else. Black men
I hate
cannot
when black
stand
like that.
Tony,
When
we
they
black
have
heard.
men.
black mothers. I really do. I hate to hear statements like that when every black
What's the
man has a black mother.
well,
And when I hear statements like that, it makes me think,
let's
what
look
did
at it.
your mother do?
Can we settle with this?
Go ahead.
Can we settle with this?
What are you going to read? The scripture with a man would rather sit on the rooftop than with a quarreling woman?
Well, that would be one of them. That would be
But what did he
Don't say
do?
the
What
black
did he do to
woman.
make
I'm
her?
trying to
It
tell
does
you.
not say the black woman, no. And y'all put that statement. This is what
Listen.
men hate the black woman. Her mouth, her mouth, her mouth.
You know
I
what?
just
Let
hate
me
that.
just say this, Bishop. Let me just say this. Just say this, Bishop, before you speak.
This what we're talking about. Y'all arguing with the truth. We ain't talking about a black man hate black women.
Let me just say this,
Let me
Bishop.
tell you. Let me just say this. Stop before you say that. Let me say that. Y'all are not getting married. Black men are
I've
getting
been
married.
married. I've been
No,
married.
I ain't you've been married. Listen to what I'm saying, please. You all are not getting married. Black men are getting married. White women are getting married. Hispanic women are getting married. So obviously there is an issue in the camp of love.
That goes back to the question.
And then when Bishop, when somebody has said, black
Don't
men
do
are
that no
saying
more
this,
live.
black men are saying that, but you have two black men that are on the panel right now. Now, I know Bishop the way he feels about his mother, and I know the impact that his mother has had on his life and how he respects his mother and that whole nine. I've seen it firsthand. Y'all haven't seen me interact with my mother when she was living, but my wife has. So my mother was impactful in my life. So to say all this, these black men they ain't never been with their mamas and all this. No, it's not like that. We're telling you guys some stuff. If y'all would just take the nuggets and run with them, we ain't saying that we
No.
1,000% right, but what we are saying is the stuff that we're kicking to y'all really should pick it up and run with it. That's all we're saying.
Right? No, absolutely not. We got two black men on here that's married to two black women. Just hear me out. That's married to two black women that have black daughters. Hear They're supposed to just settle for y'all saying that the black woman has a problem with her mouth.
We can't hear
We
you.
can't hear you, but I'm going to say this.
Because Bishop keep muting me.
No.
No.
It says the host has muted me. Bishop, can I please finish my point?
Bishop, stop. Bishop.
Please.
One thing, right?
Hey, y'all get this. I'm going to bed. I've been married 29 years,
Oh
4
my
children, raised my grandchildren, been with one woman 36 years.
God. Mhm.
So you can't lose with the stuff I use.
And
So
and
go
I
ahead.
have two daughters that I be telling
The
them.
same way we
telling them
talk
I
is the
gotta
same
tell
way
them.
that your wives.
Here we
you
go.
know.
I got 2 daughters.
Now,
Some women just
if I
love
can
it.
finish my point,
Just saying.
can I just
I got
finish what
2
I was
daughters.
saying?
Yes, you
You
can.
will
I got
always
two,
hear that
daughters.
come from the black man. Hey, I get that. But what I'm saying, you will always hear that comment come from black men about the black woman in her mouth. But when you hear the black woman reference
Especially if they're from New
black
York.
man, it's the ones that she deal with. Yeah, no. It's the ones that she deal with. My share of bad relationships. Never come against every black man and group them in that. These black men are cheaters. These black are dogs. They can't do this, stay faithful. But see, y'all take a statement like that and group
Not
all
y'all.
black women into it. And that's the
No,
part that I
Didn't
don't
say
like.
I
all.
don't agree with black women because that
You
would
just
include my
said
mother.
it. You just agreed
I
with
didn't
Bishop.
say
You said
all.
that the
I
issue
didn't
was
say
black
all.
women in their
I didn't
mouth.
say all. It's
Carmen
being
asked a question.
it's being
But to
recorded.
make a
I didn't
statement
say
and say
all.
black
It's going back to
women.
she says,
So Carmen,
30
what was the statement just made about black women in
did you just say 32 NFL drafted players was with white women?
30.
I said 32 was drafted, 30 of
30.
them was with white women. I'm sorry.
So what are we arguing about?
Case closed.
So what are we arguing about? I'm not sure.
So either it's their mouth or it's colorism. Which one is it?
Both.
So that
I see y'all don't want to hear this part, but I've had conversations with younger men, young boys coming up, and you know what they say? Man, my mom be at me all the time. Most of them come from single families.
I was just about to say that.
And they, man, the way my mom be coming at me, I can go over here to this other ethnicity, and I don't get all that.
But
I don't get all that.
right? But then as soon as he experience trouble, but as soon as he experience trouble, he's looking for that same black woman to build him up. What's that guy that was the movie star? And the white woman was chasing him. Listen to what I'm saying, chasing him. Now he had that white woman from colorism. He was coming up, but as soon as and they wanted to cancel him, he went and got a black woman
to walk him through the
and
criminal
that's
justice
what y'all want to do. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all don't want the black woman mouth, but when y'all go through
Not y'all,
struggle,
because I
we
told
want
you
the
I've
black
never
woman
dated a
to-
white woman in my life. I've never
Listen,
dated a
we
white
want the
woman.
black
Pastor
woman to
Scott.
stand by our
Never
side.
dated a white woman.
Pastor Scott.
Bishop, you
Black
keep
and brown is
muted.
sweet as
That's
juice to
all
me.
right. I'm gonna
Just
say
saying.
what I want to
Yes.
say.
Pastor Scott.
Yes.
Yeah,
You talk about
wait a minute. Here it is. Wait a minute.
talk about younger you talk about
mother, I gotta go. She said
Pastor,
what you want to say.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh, I gotta go. I ain't got 2 minutes.
2 minutes, Pastor. Chill, breathe now. Long suffering. When you talk about talking to younger men about, whether it's their mom and their mom is talking and stuff like that, can we, and I'm just asking, is
First of all, y'all just and I love Paula and all that, but I gotta go because this whole thing is just whack. Y'all preaching, teaching, y'all apostles. First of all, ain't no women apostles, ain't no women bishops. Y'all doing all this kind of stuff and ain't even marrying. Y'all need to get y'all behinds and sit down somewhere and get yourselves together. You becoming all this in the black church because it's legal, which you shouldn't be doing. You should be worrying about
where is Lady Kenya at? Because you're tripping tonight.
Y'all doing everything in the church that God ain't y'all doing. It's out of order.
Where is Lady Kenya?
And the Bible says when the world is in trouble, when the woman begins to rule, y'all rule. Y'all ain't supposed to rule. Y'all supposed to be making us happy. That's against us. I don't care if y'all like it or not. That's your job. Y'all got too much opinion. But guess what? All y'all going to bed by yourself. And I love all y'all.
You know, that's a low blow from a pastor at
Yeah, I'm
night.
sorry, I'm
You know
not
what I'm
talking
saying?
to
You
you.
don't get no conversation like
I'm
that.
not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
No, now you need to build us back up. What kind of mess is that?
I'm leaving because y'all don't want to listen. I'm leaving. Y'all don't want to
No,
listen.
you gonna build us back up before you go off of this place.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm closing. Somebody close it. I'm done.
Go ahead, close out, Bishop, because you tripping.
I don't know who heard Robbie Patterson, but somebody get us some. Somebody heard. I don't know.
Black man wants submissive
You
wives
just
to
don't-
that lack restraint. What
I'm
about
not-
Tony?
Huh?
Somebody need to, you know, I don't know what happened to Tony either. He been just going off in the
It's
comments.
a different conversation. We don't even care. We about to go on sleep.
I appreciate all you guys' input. I thank you, brothers, for your words of wisdom and stuff like that. Truly, you know, we laugh and we joke and stuff like that, but we hear you.
Robbie says she's not afraid. Afraid of who? Go ask your husband. I'm gonna do Robbie like Paul did.
Oh my God.
To Paul, Apostle Paul. What do you mean? It's not about being afraid. We just have a conversation. Why y'all want to fight? What are y'all talking about? Afraid of what?
We're afraid.
Afraid of what?
I done went through 2 Capri Suns. Now I'm about to hit another one. Y'all made me drink.
Monica, before we go, go ask your husband. Don't argue with a man. See, she has no restraint. So that's what I have to do. I have to go on my page right here. And click
Father,
there.
we thank you for this time of fellowship.
No. I'll go read the Bible. I told you. Go read the Bible. Go read the Bible.
Because Jesus Christ.
Go read. Or go find that scripture I just gave you, Carmen.
What scripture?
Scott, get Isaiah 3 and 12. I'm gonna settle with the word.
Oh God.
We ain't arguing. This is just a conversation. We just sisters and brothers. Y'all arguing? No, you ain't touching my nerve. I'm about to go home and go to sleep. She talking about, did I touch a nerve? No. I got my beautiful wife upstairs.
We're not arguing. This is how we just talk.
Okay. But when you got issues, you do that. You think we argue? We like.
You said Isaiah 3 and 12.
Yeah.
As for my people,
Let me tell you this: the problem with the church world right now. Go ahead.
as for my people, children are their oppressors,
Mm-hmm.
and women rule over them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my people.
Wait. Well, hold on. Read it because your thing is breaking up.
Okay. As for my people,
Mm-hmm.
children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
Who's causing havoc in the world today? Young people, gun violence, and all this.
Yeah.
Who's doing all this misleading? We got too many women ruling when they should be following. Just like Robbie Patterson just got blocked. You don't have to argue with nobody. Block him. All right.
He was just playing.
Hold on. No, she's hurt. She's from behind. She's from
Wait now. I'm not from Benton Harbor.
And then went to 25 churches, so she got church hurt. All right, so yeah, you got to know the spirit. No, don't play with the prophet. You got to know the spirit to deal with. Paul shut him down.
But when Pastor hushed that lady, we knew the spirit. Okay, I'm not gonna go there, but anyway.
Make it back. Y'all was good talking to y'all. And we appreciate
This
it.
was good. This was real good. I enjoyed
I'm
it.
Paula got to get the last word, but that's all right. God check you, Paula. They said, "Wait, say it again."